I would describe my style as a modernist, but always with a sense of classicism. The thing that attracted me about the Casamance fabric for the King Room and the Vesper Room was the kind of architecture of the fabric itself really resonated with the architecture of the lights. So both of those light fixtures are very geometric. One is very sort of focused on right angles and pivot points, and then the other one is a little bit more fluid but has sort of pointy areas and triangular sections. So those two fabrics really resonated with me because they had those kind of design ethos within them already. And then the colors, they kind of match this sort of bronze tones and the brushed brass of the actual products themselves. So they go perfectly. Textiles and interiors has a really specific purpose because although it needs to look good in the room, sometimes not over enhance the room, it has to complement the whole scheme. But the most important thing that it does that lighting doesn't do, for instance, is the tactile quality of it. It's the touch. It has something twofold. It has the visual impact and then it has the sensory touch impact, which of course is all important to any interior. I love designing surfaces because it's something very different from designing lighting and furniture. And for me, because my own practice really focuses on three-dimensional objects, what I've tried to do with my surface designs is bring that three-dimensional quality into the fabric or into the wall covering. I love surrealist art and I love that idea of trompe l'oeil effect, you know, and also the hand-painted quality of things. So for me, with my own work in creating a surface, it's almost about escapism, feeling that something is there but not quite. And I love that kind of dialogue that you can have with the surface and makes you think in a very different sort of way. The Requiem collection is something that we do in our factory in London, and it's actually the only piece out of all of my pieces that I actually produce by hand myself. So therefore it's a collectible collection, it's a limited edition pieces. And essentially it gives this idea that it's very fluid draped fabric, but in fact it's completely solid plaster. So it has a very surreal quality to it, and it's not identifiable when you see it for the first time. And what we do is we have a special fabric technique that we use, that we drape through plaster, we throw it onto a rig, we're doing hand cutting, we're doing plaster work, we're kind of manipulating the pleats. We're just trying to make it look as natural and as fluid as possible with something that's actually very solid. So it's a very, very quick process actually. So it's kind of poetic but stressful at the same time. It's sort of chaos and poetry, which is why I love doing it actually. I think the thing that allows me to sort of get excited about design, I think, is new technologies, new advancements in materials and what's possible in machinery, you know, and that combination of that with the handcrafted element as well, which I love. You know, I said that my work is modernist but has a sense of classicism about it. That for me is kind of like the man and the machine working together, and that constantly evolves. Our own technique using our hands, and then obviously the technique of machinery, which especially with lighting, LED technology, the advancement of that is sort of light years ahead, you know, it's really moving fast. So that kind of thrills me as a designer actually, and as a bit of a nerd, I guess.